What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subscribed. And if you're not, go ahead and hit that button. If you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this conversation. Listen, guys, when I heard this, I just had to share my thoughts on it because, listen, let's just go ahead and get into this clip. This is Steve Harvey just professing his undying love for his wife, Marjorie. And I have some thoughts about it, and I would love to know what you guys think about it. So let's just go ahead and get into this clip.
Woman right there been down with me like 4 flat tires. That woman right there has been faithful to me, loyal to me. 85% of what y'all up here talking to me about happened after I married that girl right there. We've been 18 years strong. I don't know what y'all been trying to do, but we covered though. We Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. We Isaiah 43:1 and 2. We can go through the rivers and the fire and not be overcome. We Psalms 91. I'm going to give this to you. I love you, Marjorie Harvey. Appreciate you riding with me. That woman right there been down with me like 4 flat tires. That woman right there has been faithful to me, loyal to me. 85% of what y'all up here talking to me about happened after I married that girl right there. We've been 18 years strong. I don't know what y'all been trying to do, but we covered though. We Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. We Isaiah 43:1 and 2. We can go through the rivers and the fire and not be overcome. We Psalms 91. I'm going to give this to you. I love you, Marjorie Harvey. Appreciate you riding with me.
All right, enough. And listen, I'm just going to go ahead and preface this by saying I absolutely love when a man loves his wife the way the Bible says that a woman should be. But I have a problem with him and this because, listen, most of us know the history of Steve Harvey and the relationships / marriages that he has been in, and he does not have a good track record. And I'm one of the first ones to say that a lot of marriages don't last because the two people that are married to each other were not a good fit for each other. So it's not that marriage is a bad thing. It's that the two people who are together were bad for each other. Or honestly, one of the people just was not willing to do the things that were necessary to make it work. Because I've often heard it said it takes 2 people to break up a marriage. I don't agree with that. I don't. I mean, let's take Hotel, birth name Martell Holt, and Melody Cherie Rogers, formerly Holt, from Love and Marriage Huntsville. That woman, she did everything to try to hold that marriage together, and that man was doing nothing but just trashing her, sleeping around on her, had a child outside of their marriage, trying to make her look like a fool, and even after the marriage ended, still was trying to have her out here looking crazy. So I don't agree with that. It takes 2 people to destroy a marriage line that I've heard people say. But Steve Harvey, in my personal opinion, I'm sharing my thoughts, views, and opinions based on the information that we have and that we know of. And that his former wife, mother of some of his children, has said about him that he was not a good man to her and that he actually used her. I don't have respect for him trying to make it seem like all of the outside forces are out here trying to destroy his good thing, his marriage. Because to be completely honest, most of us don't care. But a lot of people also know the background of Marjorie and how she had a relationship with 2 convicted drug felons, had children with, like, the both of them were related, like they were cousins. You know what I'm saying? And so for him to get upset because people know her background and her history as well as his, he's more upset because people know the information. It's not that people are out here trying to break them up or destroy their marriage. And the rumors that were put out there about him being unfaithful to her and her allegedly being unfaithful to him, that information was allegedly put out there by people that actually worked in their camp. So for him to get out on his radio show when Shirley Strawberry was doing her Strawberry letter, which I have coined her apology letter to Steve and Marjorie, okay? And he wanted to respond to what he said, you black ass bloggers out here trying to destroy people's marriages. It's like, no, it's not that people are out here trying to destroy the marriage. People are out here reporting on information that they have, and that's just the world that we live in, where a lot of information that is seen as maybe not as uplifting or positive that gets circulated, that's what gets the traction and the interest of people. We didn't invent it. We're just going along with the flow, but we're not out here trying to make up rumors about him. At least I can say that for myself. I'm just reporting on the information that I hear. But I didn't hear because this was at the Griot Awards, and he was presented with I think it was some type of TV or television icon award at the Griot Awards. I don't know what all was said prior to that, but when he made the statement to say 85% of what I got while I was with this woman, I'm assuming he's talking about the accolades and the things he has earned in his career. He's saying that he got while he was with Marjorie. That's a huge slap in the face because a lot of the traction and money and opportunities that he got to get to the place where he is was because of his previous wife. She allegedly, based on what she shared, she cashed in her retirement to invest in him. So, I mean, I could only imagine how this woman feels. I don't care if she got a settlement or whatever out of the divorce, but from what we know, he put her through hell. He put her through hell and had her arrested and all kind of things, things like that. I just don't see it for him. And a lot of the comments, because I got this from the Shade Room, a lot of the comments were positive and saying, yeah, this is real love. This is what I want my man to do. That's a man that adores his wife. He's setting the record straight. He's letting y'all know y'all demons can't tear him down. Yeah, you better speak the word. It is annoying and so frustrating to me. People, even the devil knows the Bible and the scriptures. The word of God says that the devil and demons, they know the word, and they even have fear and trembling when it comes to the true and living God. So him speaking a few Bible scriptures does not impress me. In honesty, it really makes me gag when I hear people like him who really don't live the life. And I'm not saying that you have to be, a preacher that's just completely, totally devoted and dedicated your entire life and living and being and breathing to only being about the Bible and God. That's not what I'm saying. But, he's had previous wives. What about those wives? And to me, I saw her sitting there. If you watch the clip, which I will put a link in the description box so you can just go directly to it. It did not, I'm just giving you my opinion based on what I saw. It did not really give me someone who was just so enamored with her husband and just so she really was looking at him, in my personal opinion, like, I can't believe this nigga. Because I didn't see her mouth, I love you back, or anything. Not saying she had to be sitting there crying tears, crying a river at the table that she was sitting at, to me, it seemed like he was trying to, how do I put it? It was like he was putting on a show for her more so than anyone else. Him giving her the award, saying, I'm going to present this to you. I'm going to give this to you. Thank you for being with me all this time. Thank you. She'd been with me. She'd been down with me like 4 flat tires. To me, yeah, okay, you're supposed to be a comedian, which in my personal opinion is not a very funny comedian. Okay, but 4 flat tires are useless. I would not take that as a compliment if I were Marjorie, but maybe that's what he meant. She was useless. You've been just there and I've had to get some spares put on. Hey, maybe that's what that means. I got my spares, but you with my 4 flat tires. But listen, in all honesty, to me, it was like he was trying to prove a point, because I don't believe that anyone in that audience were the people that he was trying to make it seem like is there to try to destroy his marriage or ruin his marriage or tear them apart or break them down or split them up, or, those thoughts that he tries to put out there in the atmosphere when rumors come out about him or her. It was like he was just really trying to prove something to Marjorie when he accepted that award and presented her with the award. Okay. To me, she was just looking like, I'm here to show up. I'm here to save face. You convinced me to be here. You cut the check. That's what it was looking like to me. And like I said, if you look at the comments on the Shade Room, the majority of them are positive. And that's fine, because again, people have the right to feel however they want to feel. But, there are a few comments in there sprinkled in, and I get it. The comments sprinkled in there that are just, something along the lines of, these two are a trip, but okay, whatever. Because I know they don't feel like going back and forth with anyone, because the majority of the comments are congratulatory. They are, commending him, commending her, saying what's the secret, all this other stuff in terms of them having this amazing marriage. But the facial expressions to me from her, it was to me just like she was not really that impressed. I really implore you to just look at the facial expressions. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section about what you see, because I'm not here to say that they have to convince us that they have this amazing marriage. To be honest with you, I really don't care. Marjorie is his wife. We know more about this woman than we really need to know, because she's not a public figure. She's not a celebrity. Denzel Washington, one of the most amazing actors, okay? How many of you know a whole lot about his wife? Samuel L. Jackson, one of the most amazing actors. How many of you know a whole lot about his wife? And she's an actress as well. I'm just saying, we know more about this woman, and it's because he keeps putting her out there. He keeps putting her on a pedestal. Years ago, when I used to watch the Steve Harvey, when I used to listen to the Steve Harvey morning show on the radio, this was many, many years ago, back when I was in a legal field, and I used to have the radio on, on my way to work, and I'm flipping in between radio stations. That's how it used to be back in the day. And then even sometimes if you had a radio at your desk, which I did for a little, for a period of time, sometimes I would listen a little bit. He was always talking about Marjorie this and Marjorie that. I got tired of hearing about it back then, and I didn't even know a whole lot about her, but I felt like I did because he kept talking about her. I don't have a problem with someone that loves their spouse so much that they just want to share, but he can't get mad when people know about her background and her history and her very public figure daughter, which is his stepdaughter. I don't care if he, adopted her or whatever, and she has the last name. That's his stepdaughter because her biological father is still alive. So to me, I just feel like it's disrespectful. But hey, whatever. I just feel that people have the right to feel however they want to feel. He can't get upset about that because he's the one that kept pushing this woman into the spotlight, which I believe she loves. But at this award show, to me, she did not strike me as being impressed by him, but it struck me as he was trying to impress her. I'm going to play this clip one more time because I just feel that it spoke a lot.
That woman right there been down with me like 4 flat tires. That woman right there has been faithful to me, loyal to me. 85% of what y'all up here talking to me about happened after I married that girl right there. We've been 18 years strong. I don't know what y'all been trying to do, but we covered though. We Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against me shall prosper.
That's enough of that. But him saying, she's been faithful to me. She's been loyal to me. I didn't hear him say that I've been faithful to her and I've been loyal to her. Did you hear him say that? And him getting choked up, about to maybe shed a few bleached tears out of his eyes. I just wasn't buying it. People can feel however they want. They can believe what they want. None of us could destroy their marriage or their union. And listen, if it works for them, great. But quit trying to bring this to the public about your marriage because honestly, most people don't even care about Marjorie. A lot of us don't even care about Steve Harvey, if you really want to be honest about it. So he kept putting her out in the public. And now when people know stuff or people that have worked in your camp have come out and exposed things about them and about him and about her, and you don't want us to believe it and you don't want us to talk about it or you don't want us to, say anything about it or even delve into your past, which has kind of made you all who you are today. I don't care. You may have glossed it up, dressing better. Your head's a little bit cleaner. You got rid of the toupees that you were wearing back in the day. And my husband was tripping when I told him that fade that he used to wear was a wig, was a toupee. He did not believe me. But I said, baby, look at it. Look how perfect it is. Not one touch of a gray hair anywhere. Like, it's perfect. It is a wig. Do you think he went from all that to just bald? It wasn't like he had a receding hairline. It was like a George Jefferson thing or whatever, where he just decided to just get rid of the cul-de-sac and just go completely clean and bald. No, that was a wig. Okay. But, just to get back on the topic, he's just trying to really convince us and himself that their union is strong. And I don't think it is as strong as he's trying to portray it to be. But listen, there are people who have been in weak marriages for a very long time and decide to stay in it. And that's fine, too. None of us are out here just counting down the days until one of them files for divorce. Because I'll be honest, I don't really think that will happen. I believe it's going to be extremely convenient and, for them to stay together, and a big headache for him if she were to go through with a divorce. So, because I've heard that he does not have a prenup with her. So I say all of those things to say, Steve Harvey, quit trying to convince the public that your marriage is amazing. We know that you're going through things. We believe, at least, that you're going through things and you're trying to work through it. And that's fine too. That's fine too. But they say where there's smoke, there's at least a little bit of a fire. It doesn't have to be a disco inferno. It doesn't have to be a forest fire. But I do believe that there are issues there. And he just really wants to have the public be wrong about everything. You're not perfect. Your marriage isn't perfect. I believe that he has been unfaithful, and I believe that she has been as well. And that's not to say anything negative about them. It's just, I feel that him just constantly coming out here trying to convince the general viewing audience that there's Psalms 91 covered and protected. Nigga, get out of here, because I cannot stand when people try to use the word for their own intents and purposes when it doesn't even apply. Nobody out here that is just talking about things that actually do exist is people trying to destroy your marriage and tear you apart. He's full of crap, and I believe that she is too, but they can stay in it together. That is completely fine with most of us. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk about that quickly. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.